CNN tries to get Trump banned from Twitter for making threats, immediately backfires, by Dom the Conservative Politics U.S. News from AdWorldNews.com. After President Donald Trump's tweet about his nuclear button, CNN pathetically stooped to a new low by trying to get Trump banned from Twitter for making threats. Unfortunately for the fake news network, their childish plan quickly backfired. It's no secret that the mainstream media's love affair with the presidency ended the moment Barack Obama stepped out of the White House. In fact, President Donald Trump has suffered 3 times more negative coverage than his predecessor did, proving that major news outlets aren't even trying to hide their flagrant bias. Undeniably, at the forefront of the relentless propaganda against our current commander-in-chief is CNN, which, despite being caught countless times slanting their reports, continues to broadcast Trump's eating habits as if they were impeachable offenses. However, now that the left-leaning outlet has exposed itself for pitifully attempting to get Trump banned from social media, they might be realizing that they should just stick to publicizing how many Cokes and ice cream scoops the American leader consumes. In perhaps their most pathetic attempt yet, CNN's Brian Stelter demands an answer from Twitter as to why Trump wasn't kicked off the social media giant for making threats of violence, citing Trump's response to North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un's actual threat of nuclear war on the U.S. Instead of condemning Kim for threatening to wipe out millions of Americans, Stelter whined that Trump's rhetoric was proof of his madness, adding that Twitter must ban him from their social media website, according to Breitbart. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un just stated that the nuclear button is on his desk at all times. Will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I too have a nuclear button, but it is a much bigger and more powerful one than his, and my button works. You gotta love him. You gotta love him. Stelter and other Trump haters cited Twitter's rule against violent threats. You may not make specific threats of violence or wish for the serious physical harm, death, or disease of an individual or group of people. Unfortunately for Stelter and his network, Twitter responded that not only was Trump's tweet too vague to be considered an actual threat, but also that their policy does not include political leaders promising to defend their country from foreign threats. There you go. I wasn't expecting that. Although nuclear war qualifies as the most extreme violence, yes, on the planet, Twitter was quick to respond. We hold all accounts to the same rules and consider a number of factors when assessing whether tweets violate our rules. But Twitter then acknowledged that a carve-out exists regarding government and military issues, and that the site would also consider the newsworthiness of any public statement. Disturbingly, CNN and countless anti-Trump activists didn't have any qualm about a crazed, murderous tyrant provoking the U.S. and threatening to kill millions of Americans, but they ardently maligned their own president and nation's protector for standing up to a global terrorist. This response perfectly showcases just how dangerous and senseless the left really is. They are silent when Kim vows to destroy half of the world, but fume at Trump's bold refusal to cower and appease such terrorism. In their twisted little minds, Trump is a Nazi, while Kim, who executes, starves, and enslaves his own people, is someone whose word should be respected. Of course, that would what would we expect from the party that it has given us slavery, Jim Crow laws, the KKK, and sympathized with the Nazis, Muslim Brotherhood, and countless other terrorist regimes? Still, Twitter is no friend of the president or free speech. In fact, the only reason they've refrained from banning Trump for his politically incorrect conservative speak is because they fear the legal implications of bullying powerful conservatives, and they know that Trump is the reason for boosting their website more than 5 times its value. Wall Street stock analyst James Kakmek at Monnez Crespi Hart told Fortune in August, "There is no better free advertising in the world than the President of the United States." He estimates that Trump's use pumps up Twitter's stock market value by about $3.5 billion to $17.8 billion. You gotta be kidding me. Twitter can't afford to ban Trump, who is the world's most tweeted leader. Of course, make no mistake that they'll continue to bring down the hammer upon less prominent conservatives as they have been exposed for purging right-wing accounts while allowing violent threats from anti-Trump leftists and Islamic terrorists to remain on their site. This is why Twitter, as well as left-leaning Facebook and YouTube, have recently been inundated with civil rights lawsuits calling out their blatant discrimination and violation of First Amendment rights. CNN appears to be in its death throes, and its death rattle is a sweet sound to those who despise the dishonest and corrupt media. The time for news outlets to fearlessly shill for liberal politicos is coming to an end, as they begin to realize that their job is to report the news, not twist it to suit their leftist agenda. It's sad and it's hilarious at the same time. But what is it with these news outlets keeping on attacking Trump? I mean, it's just, it's never ending. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.